Death is the great unknown, an eternal mystery that has haunted humanity for centuries. We fear it, yet we seek to conquer it. In the land of the Pharaohs, in the depths of hidden tombs, an ancient civilization attempted to outlive the grasp of mortality itself. The result was the mummy. Over 5,000 years ago, deep in the heart of ancient Egypt, a secret was discovered, one that defied the natural order. The desert, with its scorching sun and arid winds, preserved the dead unlike anywhere else in the world. The first mummies were accidental, corpses buried in the sand, their flesh withering but never decaying. This was no ordinary decomposition. It was something unnatural. The Egyptians believed that the body was the vessel for the soul's journey into the afterlife. If the body was destroyed, the soul was lost forever. To cheat death, they perfected an elaborate, gruesome ritual, one that ensured the deceased would walk the next world, untouched by time. First, the brain was removed through the nose. Then, the internal organs, liver, stomach, intestines, and lungs were extracted, each placed in separate sacred jars. The heart, believed to be the seat of wisdom and emotion, was sometimes left inside or replaced with a stone, a symbol of eternity. The body was then covered in natron salt, draining away all moisture. After 70 days, it was wrapped layer after layer until the human form was transformed into something inhuman. But the art of mummification came with a warning. Do not disturb the dead. The tombs were not merely places of rest. They were prisons, sealed to contain something far older and far darker. In 1922, British archaeologist Howard Carter uncovered the tomb of the boy king, Tutankhamun. It was the greatest discovery in history, but with it came something else. Within months of opening the tomb, members of the expedition began to die. The cause? Unexplained. A mosquito bite turned to sepsis. A blood clot formed in the night. Sudden fevers, madness, despair. The press called it the curse of the Pharaohs. Was it mere coincidence? Science dismisses the idea of curses, suggesting that ancient bacteria or mold may have infected those who disturbed the tomb. But what if it was something else? What if the dead do not rest willingly? Yet Egypt is not alone in its obsession with the dead. Across the world, other civilizations, long before and after the Pharaohs, practiced their own eerie forms of mummification. The Inca sacrificed children to the mountains, leaving them to freeze in the thin air, their bodies untouched by time. In Denmark, the Tolland man was found in a peat bog, his face so intact that it seemed he might wake up at any moment. But his body told a darker story, his throat cut, a noose around his neck. A sacrifice or a punishment? No one knows. Today, mummies are no longer buried in forgotten tombs. They are displayed in museums, paraded before crowds of curious eyes. They have become artifacts, stripped of their sacredness. Their final resting places turned into exhibits. Do they belong there? Or have we disturbed something beyond our understanding? There have been reports, strange noises, flickering lights, whispers that come from nowhere. Perhaps the dead are watching. Perhaps they resent being unearthed, their eternity interrupted. Perhaps their stories were never meant to be told. Some believe the past should stay buried, but we keep digging, searching, unraveling secrets that were never meant for the living. But be warned, when we disturb the dead, sometimes they disturb us back.